big red panic button and go, oh my God, sanctuary. By law, we have to contain the animals at nighttime. Also, our elephants are domestic, so when they're wandering around without supervision from their caretakers, they might try and find some people, and they might find someone's garden, find someone's Ford Focus, make it into a Ford car. You know, they have a lot of power. They like to pay. So, for the safety of the elephants, the safety of the people around here, they are contained for the nighttime only. We are one of the few sanctuaries that built these kind of enclosures for them. That being said, other places use other methods. That being said, we are also under European animal protection laws, which means no hooks, no chains, and no riding. Each elephant has their own enclosure. Only the babies and the mamas are in the same one, as the babies are still drinking milk. And when the elephant comes down, it goes to sleep, it lies down on its side. Samnui over there has made herself a pillow. That's mainly because she's fat, and it's more easier for her to have her head resting on something. The babies sleep in the daytime too. They have naps and it's fine. But if you see an adult elephant lie down on its side and go to sleep during the daytime, it means it's sick. There's something wrong. Other than that, our elephants spend around 4 hours a day with people, like tourists. That's it. The rest of the time, they go off on those paths into the jungle, and they're there eating, chilling out, and being elephants. Okay, they've been through enough, so off they go. The caretaker, the man, the lady standing next to the elephant, we call that a mahout. Okay. And the mahout is like a dragon rider. Cool, no? I can make it sound really cool. No, they are actually like dragon riders. One elephant, one mahout, bonded for life. If the elephant outlives the mahout, the elephant goes down to the mahout's son. This is how the way of the mahout has been passed down by generation to generation. Those are the homes of the mahouts. They are 24/7 with their elephants. Their elephants do not know how to be without them. So as you could see when they were walking, there's no necessity for any nails, hooks, or chains, anything like that. The mahout walks, the elephant follows after. They're like very, very, very big dogs. Like really, really big dogs. Also, the mahouts go and get them more food in the evening, which we feed to the nighttime. This is like banana tree leaves, coconut tree leaves, pineapple tree leaves. Because elephants eat a lot. They eat around, on average, 250, 300 kilos of food per day. Around 10% of their body weight. So technically, a big bull can eat even up to 400 kilos of food. So what you guys were giving them just now is equivalent to a little bag of peanuts you get on the airplane that just makes you angry. Okay? It was just a snack, it was nothing. So more food for them, and of course when they're in the jungle, they eat everything green, right? So our sanctuary has been running for just over 1 year. And we're a fairly new project. We have 12 elephants here. Starting off with the boss mama in the enclosure, her name is Keota, she's 18. Keota was pregnant when we rescued her. She was rescued from a riding camp in Phang Nga, which means she had a seat on her back, the straps around her belly, made to walk like 9 hours a day, every single day, up and down a hill, pregnant. That is one of the reasons why she was one of the first ones we wanted to rescue, because without us, most likely that baby would have not have survived. The riding companies, they don't care if they're pregnant or not, just as long as it's working. So she had no chance to lie down, to rest, or anything like that, or take the seat off her, nothing. It was just on her the whole time. Lucky was born here December 11th. So actually he's not 5 months, I lied. He's 6 months today. Oh, how cute is he? Then we have the two older ladies, Bunnam and Mali. Bunnam is a grandmother with a blind eye that I said we call her grandma because she's just really, really, really slow. Then we have Mali. Mali, if you look at her closely when you go past her, you will see she has a damaged right foot and left ear. This is because when Mali was younger, she stepped on the line, very close to a landmine on the borders of Thailand. Not directly on the bomb, but close enough for the bomb to explode due to her weight. She lost a nail of her foot and her ear is cut. And still, she was used for riding in the same place with the grandma in Pattaya, so just about an hour and a half out of Bangkok. Then we have Miss Mayuri. Mayuri's mahout came to us. He came to us and asked us to help him because he did not want his elephant to be put into riding. Soon I'll tell you why riding is very, very bad, unless you already know, but I'll tell you in detail. Then we have Tong Kun, the lady that I said, please don't touch her. Tong Kun was not in riding. She was not around tours. She was on no elephant shows, nothing like that. Tong Kun was captured in a young age, put into chains by Burmese people at a logging camp in the north of Thailand. She was forced to move timber. She was forced to move timber up and down a hill. The only people she knew were the people that were in that logging camp. and they treated her very, very badly. She didn't have a mahout before that. She had no elephant friends, nobody. She was all alone. The big dents on her head because she was starving. She was in very dry vegetation, not green like this jungle behind me. She couldn't get herself food. Also, she had no caretaker to bring her food. No friends, nothing. The only people that she knew sat on the top of her head, hit her with a hook, and forced her to move the timber up and down the hill. The man standing next to her, the mahout, he's the one who found her. And he contacted us, and he's basically the reason why she and him have a good bond, because she knows and he rescued her. When Tongkun first arrived here, they couldn't even feed her. She wouldn't even stand next to the other elephants, nothing. She was so scared. So it's slowly getting better, but it's 40 plus years of abuse. It's a very, very slow process. So with Tongkun and some other elephants, or all of our elephants, we don't force them to do anything that they do not want to do. So for example, Tongkun does not get into the mud or the water because she doesn't want to do it. She goes on her own time when there are no people. So all of our elephants are like that. If they don't want to go in the water, in the mud with you, they're not going to. We don't force them. So we can ask them if they want to go, but if, you know, it's a 3-ton animal. It's not like, hey, it decides to leave, it's just gonna go. Then, the second herd, the whole second herd, you guys been to Big Buddha?
Yeah.
Yes, right? Well, go to Big Buddha, go to see the Big Buddha. It's named Big Buddha because it's a very big Buddha, very original with the name choice. It's on top of a hill in Shillong. It's really pretty up there. You can see the whole of Phuket. But the whole way up, 4.5 kilometers of elephant trekking, elephant camps, elephant riding.
Yeah.
Our second herd was rescued from there at the same time as an emergency rescue. This is due to the fact that little Tanwa, the little cheeky fat boy that you can't see right now, that's over there with his mama, feeling poorly. What they wanted at the riding company to do was separate him from his mother. So in those riding companies, a lot of times in animal shows, they use the babies and the mothers to make money in 2 ways. The babies in the front stop the tourists, sell the bananas, take the photos. And the mother, if that baby is even lucky, is in the same place. A lot of times they're not even in the same place. Now elephants are pregnant from 18 to 22 months. 22 months if it's a male elephant, because in like most species, and the elephant species too, the males take a lot longer to develop than the females. Okay. Then, see, she got it, no one else. Men are quiet. Then the babies and mamas can stick together for up to 3 years. Depending on how much milk the baby feeds and how what kind of personality the baby has, but up to 3 years. Tanwa would have been 8 months old when they would have done this separation to him. Which means for Tanwa, malnutrition, not getting enough mother's milk, anxiety, stress, all that, what happens? And then with the mother, what happens to her? Well, of course, when you separate a baby and a mother, the mother becomes highly aggressive. You took away her baby. And they call and call and call for that baby. Well, that riding company can't have that happen, can it? They need to use that elephant to work. So to be able to get control of the elephant and to stop her from crying, they use a method called crushing. They crush the soul, the spirit, and the will of the elephant. How they do that with mother elephants, for example, is the fact that they tie them down by their legs and by their head. In a very small confined space where they cannot move, there's no food, no water, and no sleep. And every single time that mother cries for her baby, they hit her with hooks, with sticks, and with axes until she learns not to cry for her baby anymore. Elephants are highly intelligent animals, and they learn pretty quickly that if I behave and I don't call for my baby, I'm not going to get hurt anymore. This is what happens in riding companies, this is what happens in the animal shows, and this needs to stop. And this is why those mahouts came to us and asked us to help them. And we took the whole herd at the same time because we didn't want to separate the family. So when we go and rescue elephants, we need to buy them, because a domestic elephant is considered as private property in Thailand. A domestic elephant has a microchip behind their ears, telling them how old they are, who owns them, what their name is, where they're born. One elephant to buy, an average price, $60,000 US. Almost 2 million Thai baht. Babies and mamas, of course, are more expensive. And then, of course, we're taking the mahouts and the mahouts family too. The government doesn't help us. They don't care. The only time the government helps us is when we change the license of the elephant. That's about it. So with you find people coming here, us educating you guys, you telling your friends, your family, if you go to India, you go to Sri Lanka, you go to Thailand, not to go into the riding, not to go into the animal shows, we can slowly crush their business and it's easier for us to get them out. In a beautiful world, if it was a beautiful world, which unfortunately isn't, because us as a species, well, we suck. We actually suck. There's no, going around about it or anything like that. We just suck. We used to have 50,000 wild elephants in Thailand. We have 3,500. 2,500 domestic ones, 250 alone on this island. So there's a bit of saving to do. But the more we educate, we also educate the Thai people as well. Back in the day, they had no choice than to go into the riding and into the shows. There was no sanctuaries. The first sanctuary came to Thailand about 10 years ago, the big one in Chiang Mai. So for them also to teach them and tell them, of course, when they know elephants are taken care of, they have homes, they have salaries, this is where they want to be. They're happy, the elephants are happy too. So the word spreads in the Mahout community. That is why, for example, my Uri's Mahout came straight to us and asked us to help because he didn't want to take his elephant who's riding. Elephants aren't meant to be ridden on either for very long periods of time, but due to the fact that when you walk past them the next time, you will notice their spines are round. Now you have a round spine, you stick a seat on top of that and a couple hundred kilos of people, you're causing pain and pressure to the spine of the elephant. But ignorance is bliss. A lot of people don't think about it because they're such big animals. Anybody have any questions? No? Okay. Yes, ma'am.
No.
Oh. Hi. How do you? Yes, ma'am.
So if a Mahout comes to you again, like you would take care of the animal, or you would?
We have to first see the situation, and of course, right now, for example, we have to first build an enclosure, and all that, and sort it out first. But mainly, like, as much as we can help, yes, we are in this land right now. We can take 2 more elephants. Then we're at max capacity, but we're looking into opening a second sanctuary by the end of the year. Hopefully, we need to just find the right kind of land. So we need water, we need jungle, stuff like that. So to be able to find the right land that is be able to lease for a very long period of time is kind of cool.
So when they roam around free, there's the Mahout always with them?
No, sometimes, not always. But these guys are so domestic that they won't go that far that they can't hear the person. So basically, the same thing as they don't know how to sleep if they don't know they're here. The one of our elephants just a couple of weeks ago was in the hospital in Krabi. Her Mahout slept in the hospital floor with her the whole time. They don't know how to be without them. So if they go off free on their own, they don't go that far that they can't hear us. Yes, about 3,500 wild ones. They're in our national parks. They are protected. Pechakirikan and up north in Thailand. Please do not hug a wild elephant if you see it. They're not nice. They're not the same as these ones. Anything else? Right, let's go play in the mud. Elephants love the mud, right? It cools them down, gets rid of any parasites, bugs, whatever, They love doing it. That's why something like Peter, for example, he was already white. That was because he'd been chucking sand on himself, because he's hot. Grab the mud, rub it on the body of the elephant. Please don't go low on the belly or low on the feet, as it might get ticklish. You don't want that to happen. Also, they are fine ladies that are there with you. And us ladies know we don't appreciate strangers touching our butts. So leave the butt alone. Otherwise, it wouldn't want to hang out there anyways, because if it wants to do something, it's not going to say, hey, human, move. It will just lift up its tail and ta-da. Okay? If you're confused, the face is aside with the ears. I know it might look the same. The cool box is there. Please help yourself to drinks, water. If it's hot, I don't want anybody fainting. Leave your stuff in the shack that's there, okay? Shoes, leave them behind. Water shoes, they're okay, but like water socks, shoes, scuba-doo, Scooby, whatever. Thank you. Then, they're fine, but flip-flops, they will get stuck in the mud. Also, when we move from the mud into the pool, please let the elephants go in first. As if one of them slips, you don't want to be under 2 tons as it comes crashing down. Remember, they are big, you are small, so give them space if they start to roll around in the water. Because they do that too. Okay, let's go.